So what's up with the sewer gas thingy story?
When I was a little boy in pastor school, nobody was happy. I had high blood pressure, and I started crying. Daddy told me to meet him in front of the liquor store.
Well, in seminary we learned about theology, we learned about preaching and teaching, but nobody taught us about plumbing. And so when I was working at a church, this happened 4 times. We walk in on Sunday morning and boom, the place just reeked. The smell was horrific. I just can't even... Here's what it smelled like. If you took a porta potty and you dragged it out into the Arizona desert and you left it there for about 6 months during the summer, and then you picked it up, used some big piece of machinery, shook it about 1,000 times, then left it back in the sun for another 30 days, and then dragged it and parked it in the middle of the sanctuary and left it there for a month. This is what it smelled like. It was the most god-awful smell I think I've ever smelled in my life. And as this is our first real episode, I'm going to tell you what it was, but I'm going to tell you what the real problem was and how we fixed it. You see, what was going on was we had a baptismal or a baptistry. We had a big holy hot tub is what we had. And what was going on? Hey, how about a 45-second lesson on plumbing that nobody taught me in pastor school? You see, in plumbing fixtures, the drain has what's called a P-trap. Has nothing to do with pee. It's just based on the shape of, the plumbing drain pipe. And what happens is as water flows out, it fills this kind of U-shaped void, and the water level there stays even on both sides of this pipe, and therefore this satanic smell of sewer cannot come through the pipe and back out the holy hot tub. But if it's been summer, if it's been dry, if you're running the heat all the time, the water level in the P-trap starts to go down. And when it gets down to a certain level, all of a sudden that satanic sewer smell can just squeeze past the water, come up the pipe, and out of the holy hot tub. And once it's done that, people run crazy. So here's where the real solution comes in, and it's something they didn't teach me in pastor school. The first thing that we did was identify somebody who could take over ownership and be responsible for the holy hot tub. So we found that guy. The second thing we did was we cast a compelling vision. We talked to this guy and we said, hey, listen, when this satanic sewer smell comes out, it permeates the fabric in the chairs, the carpet, it embeds itself in people's clothing and in their hair. This smell is going to be all up in their nose. And if they are first-time visitors at the church and the church smells funny, they may not come back. And similarly, there were probably people who went to that church regularly that after it happened a second time, and then after it had a third time, and after it happened a fourth time, they were like, I've had enough. And so we tell the guy, listen, it is crucial that the water level in the P-trap, in the holy hot tub, is maintained. And we're asking you to be responsible, not just be responsible, but take responsibility. Because even though it's something so small, it can have a huge impact on how the kingdom is presented and experienced in this church. 3, number 3 is we instructed him. We trained him. We gave him the proper knowledge. It was pretty easy. We said, look, here's a pitcher. Take this pitcher, fill it full of water, and every 2 weeks, dump it into the holy hot tub. That will keep the P-trap full. It's all you got to do. 4, we followed up with him. We said, do you have a pitcher? Do you have access to water? Do you have the key to get into the baptismal? Is there anything that you need? Do you need an assistant? How can we help you? Is everything going okay? That's what we did. We just followed up with him. And you know what happened? never had satanic smelling sewer gas come out of the holy hot tub ever again. So the problem wasn't the holy hot tub and the pee trap and the sewer gas. The problem was that there was nobody responsible. We didn't have somebody to serve who would take ownership of that. And people will say, hey, Jim, you know, people have a life. People have responsibility. Everybody's busy these days. Nobody has time to serve and take on those kinds of responsibilities. When approached in a similar situation, approached by a staff member who was saying the same things, people are too busy, Bill Hybels responded by saying, yeah, people are busy. They go to work and work all day at a job that really all it does is provide money. Most people have to spend a lot of time paying bills. They have to spend a lot of time mowing the grass and getting their cars worked on and taking care of maintenance of the house. He said, people want to be part of something bigger. They want to be part of something meaningful. They don't want their lives to be the drudgery of just getting stuff done. And what we're doing is we're inviting people to see that they can take responsibility for a very small thing that is in fact a very big thing. So here's what we did. After figuring out what the problem was, we identified what the real problem was, and we identified someone who could step in and be responsible for an area of the ministry. 2, we cast a compelling vision and showed why something so small is so important to the church. 3, we instructed them. We gave them practical training to show them just exactly what was expected of them. And then we followed up with them and asked them what they needed and if everything was going okay. And in doing that, we fixed the sewer gas problem. So leave us a comment. Tell us what is something weird, operationally, functionally, that you had to deal with in your church. We'd love to hear your story and how you figured it out. Hey, maybe leave a comment about something you're dealing with now and you just need some answers, and that can be the topic for a future video. If this video has done anything to give you some inspiration or some insight or some thought as to what is out there that you might have to deal with, hey, give it a thumbs up and like it. And don't forget to subscribe, because we're just starting out, but we have got lots of videos coming down the road.